So today you've created this specific setting for your Photoshop file, and it should be something that looks like this. And then I'm going to show you guys how to use three tools. I'm going to show you how to use the quick selection tool, which is this tool right here, the paintbrush tool, which is that one right there, and the eraser tool, which is that one right here. First thing is I need to first have some pictures that you've taken or airdropped or whatever to your computer first. And if you don't have airdrop, then you can just like upload the picture from your phone to Google Drive and download from Google Drive, or email to yourself and download from the email. So those are your three options of transferring pictures. Okay? So I've already done this, and I've got my three pictures right here. My desktop, it's in my Photoshop folder, and the three pictures are here. You can have three different views. You can look at it like that, or like this. I'm going to look at it like this, highlight all of them, and I'm going to drag and put them on top of my canvas, right? Okay? And then this is what's going to happen. Picture's too big. It's already in transform mode. So how do I make this not look so big, but not like this either, where it looks really sloppy? Because a lot of people do this. What's wrong with my face?
It's all
I know, it's ugly, right? Okay, so how do you make it not ugly?
shift.
Hold shift. If you don't remember that, write it down. And then look what happens when I hold shift. Ah, now it looks normal, right? Okay, and then you can size it to the way you want it, and the aspect ratio is not going to change. Release, and that's what happens. That looks unpretty. So I'm going to Command Z. I'll redo that again. Hold shift, click and drag. Let go of my click button, and then let go of my shift button. And you can move it around. I'll put it right there. I push the check mark or return, and then I accept it, and I put a new one because I dragged three photos, remember? Hold shift, drag, put this in the middle, push return or check mark right here. And then I got my third one. Super cute, right? My mom told me I was cute, you know, and I was like, she lied. She lied. So I'm going to have three different layers here. A lot of you get confused at what layer you're working with. So what you would do here is you would rename all the layers. So I would rename this the top photo, and I'll rename this one the middle photo, and I'll rename this one the bottom photo, because you can actually see where these photos are based on where you put them on the layer. Okay, so I'm going to modify the bottom layer a little bit more, because I actually want to make the bottom layer a little bit smaller. So I click on the bottom layer, and how do I shrink that picture? Go. Okay, Command T, and Command T stands for what?
Transform.
Transform. If you don't remember that, write it down. Transform is Command T, to shrink or blow things up. Okay? Or make things bigger, not blow things up. That would be not cool if you blew something up. All right? So I do Command T, and then I hold shift and drag, and I'll be able to make it smaller. Now it fits. Okay? Push return or enter or check mark. All right? So now that I have my layers, I actually want to use the selection tool, which is this one right here, quick select tool. So write that part down. With the quick selection tool, this is what you are able to do. But first I got to do a little review. How do you make this bigger so that you can zoom in and get closer to my face if I want to work with the top layer?
Command T.
Command what?
T.
Nah, Command T is zooming in. It's like transform. How do you zoom in? Command plus. If you don't remember, write that down. Command plus sign will zoom in like that. Okay? That's the Command plus sign. And then how do you get the hand tool so you can drag it and move it around instead of going like this? clicking the sidebar and the bottom bar like this and stuff. Space bar, hold it down, click, and then drag. I want to work with the top layer. Okay? Am I selecting the top layer right now? No. How do you know that? I'm selecting what? The bottom layer. So you got to select the top layer. And then I go select the quick selection tool, and I'll be able to do this. Okay? I'll be able to make the brush bigger or small. Well, it's not the brush, but it's the selection tool. It looks like a brush tool, but it's not. It's a brush tool. Bracket key to the right, make things big. Make the selection tool bigger. Bracket to the left, make it smaller, just like your brush size. Okay? So I'm going to make it big enough like this, where I can see it, and then I'm going to try to select my face and my shirt and stuff like this. Oh, but what happened is I dragged around too much. I clicked and dragged around too much, and then I selected everything, right? Okay? I don't want that. I just want the cutout of my face, just like back in the days you guys used to do a poster with like magazines, and you cut out the magazine and you put like your bunch of pictures on it. This is the same idea. Okay? This is the same idea. I'm going to make a cutout. And instead of using the plus sign to add what I want, I'm going to use the minus sign, which is up here on the top left corner, minus the selection of the green screen. See how I'm minusing the green screen? I'm cutting away the green screen. Oh, I cut away too much of the green screen. I cut my hair. So what am I going to do is I'm going to add the selection back on by clicking the add selection plus sign up here. Good enough, right? Pretty good selection. So basically what I did was I got that magazine picture and I cut around whatever picture I want to use on my my poster that you're making. Okay? So how do I get rid of the green? You have two options. Okay? I've shown you the first one, which is to put a mask on it like this, and then everything disappears, right? That's one way to do it. But I'm going to show you a second way to do this. I'm going to do Command Z or go to the history panel right here that you can use. Click that or click this. I like this one because I want to see everything. I don't want to add a layer mask. I actually want to do copy and paste the layer. So to copy, you push Command C, as in Command Captain, right? Command C, that's copy. And then I'm going to push Command V, as in Victor, to paste. And look what happened. There's a new layer that was made down right here. Above top layer photo, the top photo layer, there's a layer that's called layer 1. Double click into that says layer 1, and then you can rename that layer copy of top photo. And this is what I'm able to do. You guys ready to get your minds blown? Pick the move tool, this one right here. Select this copy of top layer photo that I just made, and I've just cloned myself. Hold on. Let that sink in, right? So you can do this as many times as you want. You can keep making layers and layers and layers, and you have like a bunch of yourself. The same picture. Does that make sense? So basically what I did was I made a cutout from the selection, copied it, and pasted it. And then it made a new layer. And I can just keep making more layers and more layers and more layers. But I don't want to. I just want two. Okay? What I'm going to do now here is I'm going to click on the eye icon, and that'll make the top layer disappear. I have this layer right here. But there's a problem. You guys see it?
No.
You don't see it? Squint harder. You got lines on the outline, right? What is the next tool that you're going to be learning? Eraser tool. Okay, write that down. The eraser tool. And guess what I'm going to do with those outlines? Erase them. Okay? So the eraser tool is on the bottom left over here. Or not the bottom left, it's actually in the middle of the toolbar. Okay? Click on that eraser tool. And again, how do I make the eraser tool bigger or smaller? Brackets. Okay? Left bracket, make it smaller. Right bracket, make it bigger. I'll just keep it about that size. Okay? And remember, you have to erase on the layer you want to erase. You can't just like, oh, I'll just pick any layer and start erasing. Like, look, if I pick the bottom layer and I start erasing, it's like, huh? I don't know what to do. But I have to go pick the copy of top layer photo, and I can go and erase that right there. Do a magic trick. Ooh. Now, I have a cutout, a nice cutout of myself. And I feel like there's a little lump here in my head that I don't want, so I'm just going to erase that as well, right there. Oh yeah, give myself a trim. Oh yeah. Now I look like a round head, not a lumpy head. You guys see that? Okay. You can zoom in closer, right? Make the brush smaller. I got a little lump right here that I don't want. A little green too. Make the brush smaller. Remove that lump right there. Give myself a nice lineup, you know. You guys got that? Okay, you can do that. Erase what you don't want. So I'm going to zoom back out. Okay. Let's assume that I like it. I want to move this layer around. Like I want to put it down here instead, not up there. I can. You have a cutout that you can put on your poster, right? Cutout of the magazine, put on your poster. So now that I've shown you the quick selection tool and the eraser tool to refine like what you want to cut out, I'm going to show you the next thing, which is to apply that to images you can download from Google and then put it on your poster. So let's say, all right, I have a picture of myself. I'm happy with it. I want to, you know, you can move all these other pictures around if you want. I'm going to go to Google, research martial arts, and I got this. I like this one right here because I have a whole bunch of different martial arts. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to save it. I'm going to right-click, save image as, and then I'm going to go to the desktop, and I'm going to go to my Photoshop assignment folder, and I'm going to go to my O5 poster assets, and I'm going to save it with all my 3 pictures from before. Save. And I go to that folder, and there it is. It's saved. And there's another picture that I want to download to use in my, my poster. I want to go to this one because I thought it was really cute. It had like this little girl right here. With the, I thought that was really cool. So I'm going to right-click, save image as, take it to my desktop, put it in this folder, save, and then it's in that folder. Okay? I'm going to actually use both of these. I'll put that here. I'm going to blow this up a little bit by holding shift. Not blow it up. Make it bigger. Okay? Enlarge is the word I should use. And then I want to get a cutout of one of these martial artists and put it on my poster. Which one would you like to cut out? Let's do the cutout of which one? Sumo or the backflip? Huh?
Sumo.
Sumo? Okay, let's do sumo. All right, so let's say, how do I get the sumo guy to be a cutout?
You go to quick select tool.
Quick select tool.
Put the minus.
Put the minus or the plus. We start with the plus. You only minus when you need to subtract something. Okay? Start with the plus. This is big enough. So I'm going to click and hopefully get a decent cutout. Okay, that's pretty good. Click here. That's pretty good. Click here. That's pretty good. But we have some issues here. What's the issues?
The stomach.
The stomach, but you're also going to get what though?
The white.
The whites. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in, and then I'm going to use the minus sign. And I'm going to make this smaller by pushing which bracket? Left bracket. Cut out this part. Cut out that part. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm just giving you the idea, right? Okay. I'm going to zoom back out. Is that a pretty decent cutout?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get a decent cutout, and then I'm going to do Command what? What's Command copy?
C.
Command C, and then I'm going to do Command V. Okay? This new layer, I'll call that Sumo. And I'm going to hide the layer below that by clicking this. It's gone. Zoom back out. Now I have a sumo that I can put anywhere I want on my poster. Okay? I can make it bigger. How do I make it bigger? Command T, transform, hold shift, drag, bam, I got a bigger sumo guy. You can do that with as many photos as you want. It's your poster. That poster needs to be about you, what you like, a poster that represents you. Got it? Okay. One more tool. Okay. Command 0 will fit the screen, and then Command minus will make it smaller. One more tool, and that's the brush tool. The brush tool is right here. Okay. Click on the brush tool, and you click down here where it says set foreground color. I can pick any color I want. Oh, I don't know, the sumo guy, I want to go with the green, okay? Go with the little bit darker green right there. Push OK. I am going to make a new layer. Click this layer right here. And I'm going to drag it to the top. And I'm going to call that paint. Some of you guys want to paint your own font, right? Or you want to paint your own words. So let's say I want to paint right here, cute. Yes, that's super cute there. Okay. Some of you guys might make the layer and then the layer's down here, in between these two. Can you read it?
No.
Because you can read it? No, right? It's being blocked by which layer?
The bottom photo.
The bottom photo is blocking it, so I got to put that paint on top of the bottom photo, and it'll block it. You can also move the paint around. Click on the move tool. Move the paint around like this, and watch what happens when I move it back above. See how it's on top, below. It's above the middle photo, which is this one, so I can see cute, kind of. But then it's below the bottom photo, so you can't really see the rest of the word cute because the bottom photo has priority. Okay? All right? So that's it. Those are the new tools that you're learning for Photoshop. Okay? All right. Let's get to work.